Stadium. Please put your hands together for Liz Royce. Oh my gosh, the holidays are over, you know, we're kind of recovering. Yes, I know, thank you, right? I'm just really excited I no longer have to hear the dudes of my life try to convince me Die Hard's a Christmas movie. That shit went on for 6 weeks. Really it did. But yeah, 2019, we're in it. It's a very big year for me because this year I turned 40. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. I've decided to celebrate that I'm going to go to Italy because if movies have taught me anything, it's that all 40-year-old white women have to go to Italy. My passport came with that stamp already in it. I have to go. I have to go. I get it though because Italy's like a very sexy country, and as you get older, especially as a woman, you don't really know if you're sexy anymore. Like, I was catcalled recently, and it was very confusing to me because I didn't know if I was being sexually harassed or mocked by a teen who didn't respect his elder. I didn't know. Your body changes. It just starts to do like weird things. So you just keep covering it up with more clothes. I went to a burlesque show recently, and I was like, I'm in awe of these women. You know, it's like so empowering. Even when I was younger, I don't think I was that empowered, but I'm trying to become empowered in my own way. But I have like a much lower threshold. Like for me, my burlesque is sitting in a window seat on a plane and confidently saying I have to go to the bathroom. Like, that's my titty tassel, you guys. That's what I'm going for. I'm not sure how to dress anymore, like what's age appropriate. I know I should have more blazers than I do. I think I'm supposed to look like the one female detective on a Dick Wolf show, like 60% of the time. And I think it's because like my mom has always been a very like pro-blazer woman. She's very into the structured shoulder. It gives you like gravitas. She used to have like hundreds of loose shoulder pads that she would keep in her closet, like in plastic bags, so she could mix and match them in like whatever outfit she wanted. And she was like really bold. She would even put them in her t-shirts, and just a t-shirt. She like looked like a teenage boy who had just been cut from JV football, all the time. I love my mother. She's great. She's super supportive. She's super supportive of me. But that carries its like own burden, you know, because as I said, I turned 40 this year, so I don't really think I'm ever going to like exceed my parents' expectations. I think if something like really momentous happens, like this, like all takes off, it's just going to be about time. Like really. I do, yeah, my mom is supportive. She loves me. I do think she's really hoping that I get married. I think she really wants that. She doesn't say it out loud because she knows how wishes work. But like I see it here. It's like all up in here. She really wants it, you guys, so bad. And I think it's gonna happen. I've been with my current boyfriend for 6 years, and I think like eventually we're probably gonna get married, and I really hope so because like I don't really want to date anymore. There's really like nothing in it for me at this point, because I know if I have to start dating again, it's going to be one of two scenarios. Either I date older than me, and it's just a bunch of men trying to explain jazz to me. I'm like, I don't want that. That sounds awful. But if I date younger than me, it's going to be like a guy who lives in an apartment with 5 other comics, and they have one weird, gross bathroom. And you know what, you guys? In my 20s, I did that tour of duty using those gross-ass bathrooms. And you guys know what they are because you never clean them. And even though, like, 6 guys live in that apartment, you just have one weird gray full bath towel in there on a single hook, and that just serves the entire apartment, right? So when you go in there and you have to wash your hands, you're just presented with this thing, and it's always wet. It's always wet. So you're like fingering the stitching, trying to find like the one dry spot, just like going around the edges, because if you touch the middle and touch your face, you're gonna get pink eye. Like my whole 20 29th year, I just had pink eye like all the time. I don't want to do it. I can't. So that's why I'm going to get married eventually. But I am almost 40 and I don't have kids, so that's like pretty much set in stone at this point. But that's okay. Like now, we live in 2018. This is LA. Like it's not a big deal. It used to not be that way. My grandmother, she was one of 15 kids. Yeah. Seriously, yeah. All of her family photos looked like stills from a Ken Burns documentary about the baseball. It was just very sad. But, you know, like, that was normal back then. You could be poor and have, like, a shit ton of kids. Like, that was, like, normal. Nowadays, you don't buy your kid an iPad. You're a shitty parent. Back then, your kid lost an arm in a thresher, and it was God's plan. And you just went back out and tilled those fields. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it worked. So as I said, I do turn 40 this year. And I've been rewatching a lot of like movies and TV shows from when I was a teenager, and I totally forgot how dependent plot points were on people getting in touch with each other via phone. Like, you remember that? Because like nobody in those shows had cell phones. Like the whole Terminator franchise was predicated on the fact she was the third Sarah Connor in the phone book, and he just killed the first two Sarah Connors because he like went to a phone booth and like looked in a phone book and was like, all right, that's how this works. But I actually didn't get my first cell phone until I was 21. And I also didn't lose my virginity till I was 21, and the phone thing is way more embarrassing. Like, it totally is. I also remember when my family got the internet, which is like saying I was a field nurse in the Civil War. I do, because we got the AOL like CD-ROM disc that you bought for like $9.95, and the thing with that is that it came with one single email address. So for years, my family of 5 shared one email address. For years. And if you want to know what that was like, it was like all those grandparents who lived in the bed in Willy Wonka. Just all up in each other's stuff. It was awful.